Friday, Colton Dixon makes his way to the Mid-South for a concert at the Heindl Center for Performing Arts. This Northwest Wednesday, get your tickets as we hear from him about the show, with his journey and his success.
I'm actually so grateful that it happened because I feel like it taught me a lot of perspective. And I'm a church kid, so it kind of allowed me an opportunity to practice what I preach and trust that God knew what he was doing. And so I'm thankful for that moment, because out of that moment, I was able to write a bunch of songs from a place of not knowing what the future looked like. And we released those songs in April of 2020. So pretty important time for the world to hear some positive messaging from someone who had kind of just been through losing their job and not knowing what the future was going to hold. So um, yeah, like I don't know that it was exactly the way I wanted it to go from the beginning, but looking back, I'm so glad that it happened that way. I'll start off by saying like my faith in the Lord is a very personal thing, and it's a personal decision for everyone to make. Right? I think um, Christian music, at least from the world's perspective, it can get a bad rap sometimes. You think of like a church service or whatever, and even church services have come a long way, but um, like we're getting into nitty gritty right now, and I love it. But I think for me, my calling is to be as creative as I possibly can be, and to put on the best show that I can. Right? Christian or not Christian, we want to put on a good show, and we want people to have a good time, and so that's what we do. I mean, we bring a show, and we've got all the smoke and all the stuff or whatever, but at the end of the day, even though we love doing that stuff, my goal again is to leave people better than they were than when they walked in the room. Right? Whatever that looks like for them. Again, I'm not gonna try and force a change on them. However, I do want to love on them. I do want to deposit hope into them. And sometimes that's in the form of headbanging, and other times that's through the form of telling them a story, of how I've come from point A to point B. And yeah, I just hope people leave feeling encouraged. But it's definitely a show. It's loud, it's fun. Um, it's also very diverse. I play piano, and there are moments where it's just me and keys, and it's very tender. And like I said, there are other moments where things are exploding on stage, and we're having a good old time. So we kind of do it all, but we really have a good time doing it.
Go have a good time with Colton Dixon at the Heindl Center this Friday. See you guys in a minute.